Hello everyone and welcome in this quick tutorial. Today we'll try to create these clouds. This file is actually from BlendSwap, so we'll try to recreate it. So the full credits goes to the guy who created these clouds. I'm just trying to walk you guys through how I have created or how these clouds are created. I will leave the link in the description for this file to download it. It's public domain and it's free to use for commercial and other purposes. So we'll open up a new file. So to create these clouds, what we have to do is to try and add in meta balls. So as I've said, we'll try to create a basic shape of a cloud starting from meta balls. So add a meta ball as I've said and duplicate it and start and try to shape a basic cloud. Just roughly, not doesn't have to be accurate. Something maybe like this. Just something which resembles to a cloud. I don't know if it really looks like a cloud, but it's okay. So we'll select all the meta balls and click on F3, type in convert and search for mesh from curve meta surf or text. Click on that and we have our mesh here. So we'll add a subdivision surface modifier after that, give it 4 levels of subdivisions and apply. The next step is to add a displacement modifier, add in your texture and go to the texture panel and set the type to clouds. So you have this weird shape. We'll try to adjust it by playing around with these settings starting from the size. You can also change the contrast here. So when you bring it up, it gets bigger. When you scale it down, you will have subtle effect. I think this is good for a basic shape. The next thing we're gonna do is to go to the shading editor to give it some materials. We add a new material, and before adding a volume, we will have to switch into cycles. Switch to the render mode, like this. We bring our light closer to the cloud. Yeah, so we have to delete the principal BSDF, add in a volume, principled volume, and plug it into the volume. Oops. Volume. Plug the volume socket into the volume material output socket. As you can see here, we have started having some basic shape or basic looking cloud. We try to duplicate this light to have it interacting with our volumetrics. So if you want also to change the density or other settings here, let's try and bump up the density. So the more or the bigger the value of the density, the more dense the mesh or the shape. I will give it a value of 2. I think it's good. And there's many other settings that you can change, like the emission strength. If you want to have an emissive body, I will just keep it at 0. You can also change the color, maybe something like this. I will just keep it in a normal looking cloud. You can also change maybe the color of the surrounding lamps if you wanna have various effects. So I think that's it guys for this tutorial. I hope that you've learned something in this tutorial, and as I've said, you can have the link in the description for the original file for the guy who did the cloud at first. It's from it's in blend swap, so you can go ahead and download it from there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you've learned something. See you in the next tutorial, inshallah.